My wrapping up comments would be this. I recently went out to dinner with 5 close friends of mine, who of which, most of them just like the crew.
The Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, just good friends. And one of the things I did is I went around the circle and I said a few words of gratitude. And I think to my earlier point, one of the things that's really important to me after coming out of this therapy is just this vulnerability that allows us to speak from the heart because we don't know what tomorrow brings.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say that, Tim, you have been a friend of mine for so long now. And I have appreciated the fact that my career has been a series of ups and downs and all over the place. And you have been a steadfast friend, someone that sends me some of the funniest videos I've ever seen in my life, always keeps it like lighthearted and fun. But I know that you care deeply about me, and I just want to let you know that I love you and I care deeply about you. And I will always be here to have your back. And I'm wishing you a fantastic new year. I hope that you hit all of these milestones and more that you want to hit, because I know that you are someone that I've always looked up to and someone that is just so inspirational to us all that listen to your show and your podcast, because you inspire us to do more and to be better humans. And I just want to let you know that that means a lot to me, and I love you.
Well, thanks, Kevin. That's amazing. That makes my night. And
happy to say it.
Yeah,
it's the truth.
I love you too, man. Our friendship has been such a constant for me, such a lifeline in a way, with all the ups and downs. And holy shit, I mean, both of us have had some pretty wily ups and downs.
You've had a lot of hot chicks you've dated.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, when you talked about the ups and downs, I was like, you've had a lot of ups, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's in one category. That's in one category, and I
had to lighten up the mood a little bit.
And I'm grateful for that. And life is like a box of chocolates, right? You just never know what's around the corner.
It's true.
And
it's true. That's why it's important to say these things.
It is. And I have. I'll tell you something you don't know. I have your Christmas/New Year's card from like 2 years ago. So obviously out of date. It's like you and Daria and the kids, and it's up in my kitchen.
Amazing.
And I kept it there because I love seeing you guys every day, and I think about you guys all the time, and just have such love for your family. And I'm so grateful for our friendship. So I love you too, man. It's important to say things are so uncertain, and I've never experienced, I've had friends pass from cancer before.
Yeah.
But I've never been with them through, I've never been there every step of the way from diagnosis to last conversation a few days before they passed.
Yeah.
That was new for me.
Yeah.
And it really deeply affected me on a bunch of levels. And I want to be deeply affected by that. Right. Mm-hmm. I don't want to push that aside, in part because Roland was so joyful and curious and optimistic until the end in a very genuine way. Right? It wasn't an act. It wasn't theater. That raised a bunch of aspirations in me, right? Because he was first and foremost a very dedicated, seasoned meditator. Psychedelics were a piece of the puzzle, but first and foremost, he was a dedicated meditator for decades.
That's amazing.
And attributed a lot of his equanimity and preparation for death, which I got to see firsthand. A lot of people talk about it, right? But let's be honest, or I'll be honest. I've read all the Stoics, or a lot of the Stoics, and I've read all sorts of Buddhism and rehearsed death and memento mori and this, that, and the other thing. But when I'm actually on, as Roland said, the final glide path, I don't know how I'm going to respond. I don't know. I have no idea. So to see someone who really walked the walk in such a life-affirming way that lit everyone up around him was tremendous. And he said what he was able to, and he was willing to say what he meant to those people around him who meant things to him. And you don't have to wait until you have terminal
No,
cancer
you don't.
diagnosis. You shouldn't wait.
Just because it may not be that, right?
Yeah.
It may be a car crash. It may
Yeah.
be something where you don't get the chance to say these things. And
Yeah.
so it's important to do it now.
Yeah, you got to do it. Great to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you.
All right, man.
Happy New Year. I'm
Yeah.
excited for, this is going to be, don't, you
Just
top
a
me
little-
off a little bit. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers, buddy.
To the new year. And
To the
and
new
to
year.
all the listeners out there, wishing you a happy and healthy new year. And yeah, I'm excited to continue this it's always a new year of change, and exploration. I think the one thing that you and I, let's take a sip.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that you and I have in common is just this like lifelong pursuit of evolution.
Yeah.
Of like figuring out, because the secret that no one will tell you is no matter how much money you make, no matter how much success you have, we're all still figuring out. And in Ram Dass's words, we're all just walking each other home.
Well said, man. I'm going to leave it there.
There we go.
Cheers, buddy.
Happy New Year.
Happy early New Year. And Happy New Year to everybody listening. And as always, be just a little kinder than is necessary until the next episode. That applies to other people, but also applies to yourself. Take it easy. Take it easy. Life is short, but life is long. And we're all just figuring it out. And by the way, as far as I can tell, you never really figure it out.
No, you don't. So true.
So
true.
CTFO. Chill the fuck out a little bit. Be a little easier on yourself.